What was the driving force behind seeking Richie Williams out as a possible assistant coach?
I think when we evaluate our staff and when Jeff and I met at the end of the season and we went through strengths and weaknesses and had those uncomfortable conversations that are required in order to move forward. One of the things that we both came away with was we need to make the staff stronger. So we can't go out and hire an assistant coach that doesn't make us immediately stronger. So when we looked at it and said, what's the piece that makes this tick? It's an experienced coach. It's someone who knows our league and someone who's played the game and been successful on the field. And when you really start to tick those boxes, the list gets really, really small. And Richie's name stayed on it the whole time. So it became a really simple phone call from our perspective. Is kind of, as we whittled it down, we said, well, I guess we're calling Richie because he's the guy that fits everything we said we want. Richie's a great coach. He's had great experience with the U17 national team now. When he retired, he coached a little bit in college, came back in the MLS, has interim games. He has experience at every level, but he also has credibility at every level too as a player.
As a coach who's been with the U17s for the last little bit and had a role in developing players that we're now seeing with the full U.S. national team, how important was that in the process in that you will have some young players that will need some development, and he's got experience in that role?
Another one of the boxes was having someone who's used to working with youth, used to developing him, used to connecting to him, has the built-in experience where they're not trying to learn everything on the job and on the go. We have young guys from our academy that are extremely promising that need attention. And in the melee of a season, sometimes, we can get lost as a staff of just trying to coach quote-unquote pros. It'll be extremely valuable to have someone who will recognize not only the body language of the 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old developing, but also the psychological side of it and be able to identify it a little bit more readily.
You won a few MLS Cups. You brought in Tyrone Marshall. He won a few MLS Cups. Richie Williams won MLS Cups. He won the Supporters Shield. He won the Open Cup. He won Champions Cup back when that was a thing. He won NCAA titles as a player. Yeah. How important is bringing in someone with that kind of championship experience, that winning experience as a player?
Any professional that's won a championship, when you ask them what's the most important thing, they'll say winning the next championship. Plain and simple. There's only one answer. So everything either helps you get there or doesn't. And once you've been there and once you've experienced it, you know what it takes. It's essential that we bring in people that know what it takes to win. We're naturally going to be bringing young players into our team that don't have that experience yet. So the leadership has to know exactly what it takes and how to get there.